Join Dessie Brown as he gives you inside access to industry leaders who are making it happen in entertainment, film, music, sports, and politics. It's the You Know Dessie Show.
Yo. It's the You Know Dessie Show, and we're live in Miami. M-I-A-O. So this is a dope show, and this is the first one of 2021, you know, and it's going down. We're at Circle House Studios, and I'm here with my dog, you know what I'm saying? Miami legend, been in the game forever, marketing, whatever you need, you know what I'm saying? That cat, Lex. What's up, my brother?
Man, welcome to South Florida.
Hey, man.
You see the palm trees, you see the beach, you see them things in the pool.
Beautiful, man.
We got the Bel Air, we got the bamboo. First of all, thank you for having me on your show. Congratulations on your show. You've been doing an amazing show, and I'm just glad to be here and kick it off. I'm on Lex Pierre-LOUIS is on the first one of 2021.
2021.
We survived, man.
So, you know, with the vibe, we had to have the Wingstop out. We had to have. Shout out to Wingstop. They've been my partner on my podcast forever and ever. Shout out to Dalen. You know what I'm saying? And we here. So I really appreciate you for being on the You Know Dessie Show. So let's get started. It's going to be a super easy conversation. I ain't going to ask you nothing too crazy. Okay. Maybe a couple things I know about you in Miami. Right. But yo, man, tell the people, how did you get started, man? And no, back up. Tell people exactly who you are and what you do, and then we'll go to the beginning.
All right, so my name is Lex Pierre-LOUIS, serial entrepreneur, marketing executive. The name of my company is Lex Promotions and Marketing Group. We've been established since 2004. This is, God is great. So being in business for that many years as a minority-owned business, it's not easy. So any small business who's trying to do their thing, I could relate through your struggles, through your speed bumps, and the passion that you got to have for business. Because, you have those great days, but you're going to have those stormy days as well. So lucky to be in business since 2004. My company offers a full platter of marketing services. We have a graphics and printing department, our videography and photography department, our mobile billboard advertising, and I must brag a little bit. We have the most mobile billboard trucks on the East Coast, Black-owned company. We're at 12 billboards right now, and the company is steady growing. In addition, we have a marketing department, and then I also have a nonprofit called the ReReach Foundation.
Dope. So we're gonna touch on all of that, because you know when you talked about the digital mobile billboards, we definitely just utilize your company for that. Recently did a partnership with Pull Up Neighbor and Black Men Vote. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and by the way, we did get those 2 seats. So when we recorded this, it's official. We now have the 2 Senate seats. So it's official. Shout out to everybody that was part of that.
Definitely glad to be part of that team. And then that's what when people ask me, what am I most proud about? That is one thing that I'm most proud about, is providing results for my clients.
Absolutely.
It's not about anything else. Yes, there comes glamour with being attached to some celebrities and nice brands, but at the end of the day, you have to be able to deliver results. And that's what my whole team focuses on, delivering results for our clients.
Dope. So please tell us, how did you get started in marketing? Were you always into marketing? Is it something that growing up in Florida that you wanted to do, or did you fall into it? Tell us about that story.
So it's a little funny. I started off as a high school and college DJ. So straight out of high school, I was DJing the pep rallies, the proms, your senior picnics, your senior brunches. So me and my partner DJ Mix were like the popular high school DJs in South Florida, and we were packing like 700 to 1,000 kids at all age events. This is before social media, before MySpace, before Instagram, Twitter. Before all those online platforms, and we were literally flyer to flyer, guerrilla marketing, and getting people to come to our events because it was hard for us to find events to DJ at. So we started promoting our own events. And then from there, as we started getting into college, we also were working with some of the local talent. So we reached out to Pitbull. He came and performed at one of our events.
Yeah.
We reached out to Uncle Luke and some other members of the community.
Look, so I'm going to stop you right there. So when we talking Pitbull, are we talking about internationally known Pitbull? Or are
we talking about Pitbull with corn braids that was managed by Big T, signed to Luke Records, and was, starting off his career, and then other artists, and we would actually reach out to some local artists, and Uncle Luke was the Rick Ross of that era, if you want to say, the Jay-Z of that era, and we reached out to Uncle Luke to come perform at some of our functions.
Yeah.
And then once they saw that we had our target demographic, which was at that time, you could say 13 to 22 on lock in South Florida, they're like, wait, these kids and they call us kids, really have a nice market.
Yeah.
They could promote our product. They could promote our music. So Uncle Luke had his roster. We started working with Uncle Luke. And then by the time I got to college, I was able to work with Russell Simmons and the Rush Card.
Okay.
My team was promoting the Rush Card, which is a prepaid credit card for college students, because we had the college market on lock.
Yeah. So what college did you attend?
I went to Broward College, but people thought I went to FAMU because I was in Tallahassee all the time.
Yeah. Of course you wanted to be at FAMU because that's where they was at.
Yeah, literally. Like I remember there was times when I'd be at FAMU, USF, all in like the same span of 1 week. I would be at 3 or 4 different colleges because me and my team would hit the road. Like we wanted Miami, but we understood in order to really dominate the college market, you have to have more than one college or university under your belt.
Yeah, you got to move around. Yeah, for sure. And so, so I want you to touch on, I guess, from that point. At some point, I know you connected with Slip and Slide Records because that's where I kind of first heard your name from. I guess it was around the time when Plies first got signed and things like that, because I was actually a Slip and Slide rep in Dallas.
Right.
And so Julian
Booth,
Julian Booth,
Ted
Lucas, and that whole team. And so I remember they had some changes over there, and then they brought you in. And this is, once again, before social media and all of that. So, and it was crazy because if you serviced the record at the club, like you literally had to I guess it was CDs at the time, so you had to take the CD in, you had to get the DJ to play it, then you had to take photos of you in the crowd, you had to take a
picture with the DJ.
Yeah, you had to take a video clip.
It's a funny story, but just since you're talking about Slip and Slide Records, shout out to Ted Lucas, the CEO of Slip and Slide Records. He definitely has been one of my mentors and somebody who helped me out in my career. He actually recruited me, and I was a national probably street and club marketing director for some years over there. And definitely helped. I was able to help with the Trina project when they signed Plies, and of course Trick Daddy project, and then coincidentally Rick Ross was also on the label at the time, and I was able to touch and help out with the rollout of all of their albums. But what's most interesting is that at the time, how did somebody know that you were in the club getting the record played? You had to be in the club getting your record played. So now you could record it on your phone. We all have cell phones. Record it, boom, send it, tag the DJ, they repost it. But we would literally be in the club, get the record played, then take a picture, Polaroid picture back then, or the old digital camera picture of us with the record or with the CD and the DJ. So it goes to show you how evolution in time has changed.
And it was so crazy, man, because we'd have our orders for the weekend or whatever, and then, of course it was feedback. So it's like, okay, I'm telling y'all, y'all may know some of the hot clubs, but then I'm telling y'all, nah, this club here now, so this is where we need to be, this is where we need to go, these are the hot DJs, because, and then another dope thing about Slip and Slide and the Rick Ross movement early on is like All-Star Weekend, and I'm thinking it was like All-Star Weekend in Houston maybe, and this is when he had the T-shirt with the beard on it, and picket signs,
we had
it was
the life
going
size.
down.
Listen, we came to All-Star Weekend. Shout out to E-Class from Po' Boy. We came to All-Star Weekend with 3 U-Hauls and 2 15-passenger vans full of guys ready to work.
So we came,
but it goes to show you how the guerrilla marketing was so impactful and so effective. And no matter what type of marketing campaign you guys watching or listening want to do, whether you're in sports, whether you're into entertainment, whether you're a liquor company, whether you're a new t-shirt line, you have to make your creativity and your marketing plan stand out from everybody else.
Yeah.
And in 2021 and moving forward, it gets challenging, but you have to find different ways to make your marketing stand out.
Yeah.
And I remember when we were promoting Trina over at Slip and Slide, I came up with an idea to have mannequins for Trina. And Ted was like, "What do you mean mannequins?" I'm like, "We get a mannequin, we make sure it's a black mannequin, we put an exaggerated booty on the mannequin and have the curviest mannequin, and we ordered a few of them just to put them outside of different events." And then from there came the life sizes, which we know that we use for Rick Ross and different things. So at the end of the day, it's about getting creative with whatever your marketing plan, whatever you're pushing, getting creative to make sure your message stands out.
Yeah. So from Slip and Slide to, I guess, focusing more on your company, and then ultimately working with Rick Ross, like how did that transition come about?
So did my time at Slip and Slide, and then from there, I work with Interscope Records and Atlantic and Def Jam and a lot of the record labels, just helping them out. I guess my niche was, you can look at labels like DTP, Disturbing the Peace, or smaller labels when they would sign an artist and before the record was passed along to Def Jam, to the majors, or if an artist was already signed to the major but they were from South Florida or they were from Georgia, my team would do the grunt work of, getting the record going.
Yeah, trying to get them out
getting
there,
the record
building
going,
up the buzz
getting the record going.
Get the major
so
push behind.
I remember like artists like Ace Hood sitting down with DJ Khaled and J1s and coming up with a plan and putting him in my Expedition or Escalade, going up and down Florida, introducing him to DJs, introducing him to radio station, introducing him to press and radio, and then the same format we did with Player Circle, which is now 2 Chainz. So it goes to show you how me and you connected way back in the days at Slip and Slide. Me and 2 Chainz connected way back when he was on Player Circle, and other artists till this day. Me and Trey Songz connected 04, 06. And now to see these artists in their career elevating as well as mine. Yeah,
it's always dope to see those, seeing people where they were then, and like, cause going back to All-Star Weekend in Houston, there had to be 05, 06, whatever the year was. Like, I was always big on having cameras. So whether it's photo or video or whatever, and like, at some point, I'm gonna do a documentary on all these old photos I have.
But you might as well drop a book, man.
For
physical book.
Real. Yeah, but man, I got an old photo of 2 Chainz with like probably with one of the cats from who did the song Sick of Being Lonely?
Phil Mob.
Phil Mob. Yep. I got a picture of 2 Chainz and Phil Mob. This is when he still was Titty Boy. You know what I'm saying? In the cut, because I was out there doing some stuff with Nelly and his team, and so you just see these artists back then, and nobody really knows them. They just walking around the mall like normal people. You know what I'm saying? And then 10, 15 years later, now they the biggest thing in the world. So it's just dope to see those people elevate like that.
Yeah, and then I remember myself, what I was always trying to do was coming up with the newest and flyest marketing campaign, like something different that, what is that? Like, it's gonna stick in somebody's memory. So at the time, I remember like we had like the grandpa bicycles, the tricycles. We took the tricycles and put a billboard on it. And then we would pull up on the beach and have the girls on the bicycles and sexy baby suits playing music out of it. And it was always about, all right, what's next? What's next? What's next? And now in 2021, any marketing campaigns that we do, my goal is this. My team is there working. I want you as a customer to see it, record it, and share it on social media. If the marketing campaign that we're doing or activating does not make a consumer want to grab their phone and record it and share it on social media, then what we did wasn't effective. So that's where we're at now in 2021.
And it's dope when you talk about, working with different brands and things like that, because while you're mentioning those other ways that we were connected in the past, like working with Wingstop, that's how we reconnected because of Dalen. And so obviously with Ross having the Wingstops and then Dalen being over there, he's a good friend of mine, and we work together on a lot of projects. So, the same way, like I think the recent thing when Super Bowl was in
Super
Miami.
Bowl was Super Bowl 2020 was an amazing experience. I got a chance to work with Wingstop, which is a great work partner.
Yeah.
And we literally took over Super Bowl and made it a Wingstop Bowl.
The Maxim party, like, and had we known that was the last time we really was gonna be outside.
Oh, we would have been partying.
Yeah, we really would have partied.
Of course, number one is make sure the client is happy. Like I said, that's number one. Make sure the client is happy. But if we knew what we knew about 2021 and 2020, we would have been partying that weekend. But regardless, that weekend, like, we had the brand ambassadors at the events.
Yep.
We had the dope promo tools. We had the footballs. We had the cups. We had the towels. We had the chains. And the visibility at all the events. And backstage at the concert, like making sure on stage at the concert.
And that was the one, because it was like, okay, we're at a Maxim Super Bowl party, right?
And this is one of the hottest parties. Super Bowl weekend party.
Every year, no matter what city they're in. So we had the Wingstop truck outside doing samples. So if you were in there partying, you know what? I done had too much to drink. Let me go outside.
Let me sober up with some Wingstop.
Yeah, so you could go outside and get you 3 or 4 piece, you know what I'm saying, of your lemon pepper. Okay. Then we were walking around. We had the chains given away to everybody. We were trading everybody's cups in. Regular cup for a Wingstop. Yeah, like when you're in the club and MMG's in the club or we're in the club, this is what we drink out of. No red cups. So everybody had the Wingstop cup. And then when y'all did y'all thing on stage, we had the
oversized chicken wings being held by our promo models on stage.
The fries. Yeah. I think it may have been a cup or something up there.
And then not only that, but then you forgot about the highlight, which was Diddy's private party. Diddy had a private party Super Bowl weekend on Super Bowl day at his house. And who catered it? Wingstop catered it. But so that goes to show you, when you're working with a brand, and it doesn't matter what brand any of your listeners or watchers may have, as a marketing guru, as a marketing executive, or even someone trying to learn marketing, your goal and your vision should be to incorporate the brand into the culture and make the brand part of the culture. If the brand is part of the culture, then it's part of the lifestyle, and it doesn't seem like we're really marketing, it just feels natural. And that's the key.
And I'm glad that you mentioned that, because being natural, that's like the best way, because you never want to see things that are forced. Like recently I was just looking at I guess it was a Flo Milli. Did you see the Flo Milli ad with Beats by Dre or something like that? It was crazy, but you'll have to take a look at that. But sometimes when you see things put in the wrong environment, it looks bad. Like, it's like, man, who was behind that ad? Or even when you go back to things like, you know, your H&M, when they have some of the wrong marketing ads.
All that comes from them not hiring people. Like, I'm lucky, and I feel lucky. Like, you know, I spent years outside of nightclubs passing out flyers. And the advantage that I have from that is I learned one-on-one consumer. If I was handing a consumer a flyer and they looked at the flyer and in 3 seconds they couldn't read what it says, they would drop it on the floor. So I learned real quick, designing simple message: date, event, location. So just based on that one-on-one consumer interaction, passing out a flyer, now we may not be physically passing out a flyer, it may be social, but if I can't look at a flyer on social media, on Facebook, on Instagram, and it's concise, where date, location, event, precise, and it's too many color schemes, those are things that you sometimes can't learn in school. You have to learn in the school of hard knock experience.
And I'm the same way when it comes to flyers. Like, I'm a person that I'm real big on day of the week. You know, like, so many times people will send an ad over and it's like January 6th. I'm like, the average person is going to be like, I have no idea
when January 6th
is. It Saturday? Is it Tuesday?
And like, not only that, but like, when we look at billboards that are on the side of the highway, right? And there's a lot of, and this comes with, you know, your creative team. When you're a marketing when you're any type of company, you have a creative team. What you see on the computer may look excellent. You print it out and you hold it, may look excellent. But that's not the right messaging for a billboard on the side of it. That's not the right messaging font color scheme for a bus ad. That's not the right messaging for a subway design. That's not the right messaging design layout to put inside a bus or inside the subway. So as a marketing person who was able to do the school and who was able to be hands-on in the streets for years and with the consumer, I can look at a marketing message and how it's designed and how it's laid out. All right, this message will look good for outdoor advertising. This message will look good inside a magazine. This message will look good on a phone. This message will look good designed for Facebook. And these are very, very vital.
Absolutely. And then I also wanted to speak with you because, you're a marketing expert, a marketing guru, but I wanted to speak with you about how you pivoted during the pandemic because, like as we said, we do a lot of events, we do a lot of outside marketing and things like that. But, once the pandemic hit, we're not sitting down. We're not the same way. People are sitting down and things are a lot more social, like as far as Zoom and social media and different things like that. So talk about how you kind of adjusted for things like that.
So first of all, anybody who's a business owner and you were able to survive 2020, I got to salute you and your team and your staff, complimenting you, because regardless, some of us lost family, lost friends. 2020 was definitely something that we were never taught to prepare for. Most of our parents and our older, you call them big uncles and our mentors told us, put 3 months aside savings for whatever happens.
For real.
But now imagine you are a DJ, you work in hospitality, hotel, on a cruise ship, or various businesses. 3 months went by, you were not working.
Yeah, still.
And then after those 3 months, how you were making money does not exist anymore.
Yeah.
Or has went from 100 to 10%.
Yeah.
No one taught us how to adapt to that.
Yeah.
So I'm lucky and privileged that me and my team on the mobile billboard side, our mobile billboards are used often to promote the biggest concerts, the biggest festivals, the biggest events, the biggest brands at outdoor events and outdoor concerts and festivals or general market. But now pandemic hit, there's no more concerts, no more festivals. Consumer fans are not gathering in large crowds, not large crowds.
Yeah.
But we still got hundreds of thousands, over $1 million in inventory in mobile billboard trucks.
You got to figure it out.
Got to figure it out.
Yeah.
So real quick, what we did was adapted and reused our mobile billboard truck for a different purpose.
Yeah.
If you're my friend, your daughter's turning 18, and I happen to have a driver out, I might get a couple of pictures of your daughter, throw it on the truck, happy birthday, and just send the truck to the birthday party.
Yeah.
I do that on GP because we're friends.
Yeah.
That actually became the business model. So we started a program called Operation Drive-By. Birthdays, graduations, engagements, gender reveals, even funerals, our trucks were going out. And family members would record videos of themselves. So imagine you got an aunt in Dallas, Memphis, Chicago. All your aunties send family members and wishing your sister a happy birthday. And we send a truck with all the family members' videos to her house. Happy birthday. So it was a way to basically bring communities, bring families together while still social distancing. And that Operation Drive-By even landed me on the local news. And we're actually expanding to Atlanta, where we have trucks in Atlanta, Tampa, and Miami. And we're doing Operation Drive-By, literally having a truck go around to different people's birthdays, graduations, engagements, and celebrating. And it allows the family members who are in different places to still be part of the celebration and connected.
And that's really dope. And I like how you mentioned, even in the beginning, like you got to put money back into your business. So
So on my side, like with Operation Drive-By, once we did it, I was like, I need to get on the news. And then as I'm thinking about it, I'm just doing Operation Drive-By, and the news reached out to us like, this is a great idea. You guys are helping families and da-da-da-da. We want to do a story on you guys right now. And I'm like, I was thinking that, but they beat me to it.
And what I'm saying about putting back into the business, like you mentioned, like, yo, I got to kick this off. So I may not have 100 clients right now. So let me just send it by my people. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing about doing, marketing and things like that, at the end of the day, if you put my daughter's birthday on your billboard truck and roll by her school, the other people around don't know if I paid for that or not. All they know is it happened.
So with that being said, if you look at my Facebook, during Mother's Day, I actually did the truck for my mom and had videos from different family members on the truck. And once people saw that, they're like, oh, I didn't do that for my dad. I didn't do that for my family. So sometimes people just need to see it. And even now, we have a client that's using our truck for movie nights. Like, makes sense. And then another client's reached out to us and wants to use our mobile billboard trucks or LED trucks to do game night. So he wants to have the kids outside playing video games on a truck. So in business, you have to be able to look at what you have, what you own, your products, what you're connected with, and how to pivot and resurface whatever your company already has.
Yeah. So I know in business you pivoted in 2020. So talk about where you feel that marketing will be going as we kick off 2021.
Well, regarding me and my company, 2021, we basically turned the lights on at our Atlanta office. We also expanded to the Carolinas. We're expanding to Texas, and we have a satellite remote office also opening in the DMV area. So for us, what we realized is growth. Like in South Florida, as far as entertainment, we kind of reached the ceiling, the glass ceiling in South Florida as far as the entertainment. But for that reason, we diverted to working in Atlanta, where we haven't reached the ceiling, and we're diverted to working in Texas. But what you got to realize is marketing in general, all these brands still have sponsorship dollars from 2020 that they did not spend yet. All these brands and companies still have initiatives and ways they want to get to the consumers. They still have a product that they want to get to the consumers. They still have a game plan that they want to get to the consumers. So when we're able to go outside, those budgets are going to be huge. But people like us, we're strategizing and we're still realizing, all right, it's going to change, and you have to adapt and be ready for the change.
Right. And I'm really glad that you mentioned initiatives, because, as a marketing exec, like a lot of times, we have to walk that fine line with knowing what the client's initiatives are, but also
and how to make it realistic. To make it realistic.
Exactly.
So many times clients have this big picture painted, and they're sitting back in the corporate boardroom and you were talking about what's the brand? H&M. But if you don't have someone who's in touch with the consumers,
you'll miss it completely.
You're gonna miss the mark. You're really gonna miss the mark. But you look at different brands, with the Black Lives Matter movement and with so much social injustice happening in 2020, you have to look at what your marketing initiatives and marketing plans are moving forward, and how to adapt and tailor it, not to rub anybody off the wrong way, and to be organic, and to really be supporting all communities.
Yeah, because sometimes, for instance, whatever that Tuesday was when everybody decided that they were going to, go post the blackout and things like that. And I don't even know if people really understood where it started, if they should have been a part of it or not. And so you had companies jumping out there, saying we go do the blackout. And if you had a client and you were having a conversation with some of these brands, you were going to be like, what does this have to do with what you normally stand for? How does it help you? Where are you going from here? You can't post a blackout page today and then do nothing else tomorrow.
What's the long-term vision? What's your 6-month plan? What's your 1-year plan?
Yeah, for sure. And then I want to go back to I guess how you work with Rick Ross, because I know you and Rick Ross are super tight, and you pretty much handle quite a bit for him. So please talk about that relationship and how that started and kind of where you are now.
Yeah, man. Rick Ross is a great friend of mine. I'm lucky to be involved with all of his projects. We talked about Slip and Slide. When he was at Slip and Slide, I was involved with his project. When he was at Def Jam, I was involved with his project. He was at Epic, I was involved with his project. So when he started that real MMG imprint, probably 2010, I want to use the word kidnap, but the proper term is he recruited me and brought me on to be head of lifestyle marketing for his company, the MMG Imprint, in addition to helping out with a lot of his endorsement deals and partnerships such as Bel Air, Bamboo, Wingstop, Checkers, Rich Hair Care, and now we have a new project called Jet Doc that he's pushing forward, which is about the healthy lifestyle. And if you look at his brand and his initiative, from his weight loss journey to his healthy lifestyle, I'm really happy and excited to be part of his legacy. And when you look at him, between him and Khaled, those two are marketing geniuses. They're marketing geniuses. So to be able to be in the room, to be able to be on the phone call at 7 a.m. and just brainstorming on ideas, and then them coming up with ideas and me executing or helping execute these ideas is great. And most recently the My Jet Doc project, which is a campaign to help health awareness,
Okay.
and basically providing health care for those that can't provide health care
Yeah.
at affordable $10 a month. And
That's
you're
dope.
like this is what we need right now.
Yeah,
like
especially in times like these.
times
right
like this, all of us really realize how important our health is. You know, I'm in the gym on the regular. A lot
Yeah,
of
I was
us.
gonna mention that you look like you lost
Thank
a
you,
few,
man.
know what I'm
14
saying?
pounds down,
Yeah.
and steadily in the gym. But regardless, trying to make sure our health is important. And now you're looking at artists, celebrities, and influencers and brands adapting to it. And even on the community side, we work with a lot of municipalities, and like I was talking about my nonprofit, like now our health awareness is even bigger. Like with community bike rides and community runs and community events, and some of these brands that we're working with, how we merge the brands with the community, with local municipalities and celebrities to push that initiative.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you, because I wanted to talk about your nonprofit as well. So tell us the name again and talk about what your initiatives are.
So the name of my nonprofit is the ReReach Foundation, along with my business partner, Jones Pierre. And that really started organically, just, my aunt would travel to the Caribbean and bring toys down. One year I went with 2 bags of toys. The next year I went with 4 bags of toys. The third year we went with a private plane. I was like, forget the toys, like, forget a couple bags. Like, I felt the need and understood, and it was just organic, and all those things happen organically. I'm like, I'm going to the Caribbean and bring some toys for Christmas. Let me try to get a plane. Like, we ride PJs once in a while. Why can't I just charter a plane and bring toys? And then when the hurricane hit in Haiti, we did the same thing, provided some relief, brought down a plane full of donations. In the Bahamas, another Caribbean country, I'm an island boy, so it don't matter what island we're supporting. We did the same thing, and we were able to team up with other individuals and partner together.
Yeah, and I think we, it's really important that, while we're successful and out here making money and making things happen, that we also use those contacts that we have and that influence that we have for good as well.
Yeah, because you got to think about it, in the industry that we're in and the relationships that I've built over the years, I'm lucky to be able to say, all right, I want to do this. And we were talking about those big executive people, like, all right, I was like, I want a plane. Like, it's not that hard. I want a plane full of toys. Got a storage? Everybody come donate toys. Or donations for the hurricane. Got a storage? Everybody win. All right, I want a plane. How much a plane costs? Yo, everybody, chip in.
Yes, exactly.
Land in the Caribbean. Cousin, pick me up at the airport. Get a U-Haul. Auntie, organize a church. Because to us, when it comes to being in the field, underground, whether it's flyer distribution or whether it's taking it to organizing a major concert or festival, it's the same on the nonprofit side. But to other individuals, oh my God, how are we going to do this? But to us, like, we get last-minute phone calls to make miracles happen.
At the end of the day, it's logistics.
I need somebody on the ground. I need somebody that has a relationship. I need to get from A to B. I need to find out how to fund it from A to B, and I'll get it done. Because we get the 911 phone calls from clients to make miracles happen
all the time,
in 24 hours, and we make it happen. So now, if it's for a good cause, and our heart is in it, and our business partners are with us, we could get it done.
Yeah, for sure. And then, I'm going to get you out of here shortly, but talk about, because you mentioned earlier, and I love that you mentioned that because I started out the same way. Like, we didn't get here overnight. No. You mentioned passing out flyers at the club. I started with passing out flyers, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, I'm never too good to do any part of marketing.
What I look at, like, I have a millionaire friend, and he had an event at his house, and after the event, the house was trashed. The cleaning people were scheduled to come on Monday. Woke up Sunday morning, he's looking at his house. When he got out there with a garbage bag and started picking up trash himself in his backyard, like, who are you to say you can't do this? So certain of us get in a certain position and we're too good to do anything. Like, we have a fleet of drivers, there's 15 drivers on payroll, but if, God forbid, a driver can't make it, I will jump in the truck myself. To make the client happy. Remember, it's about results.
It's about results. It done.
Now, yes, I have a graphic designer on payroll. Yes, we have a videographer on payroll. Yes, everybody, the team is structured where everybody has to do something. But God forbid, there's a deadline. A, I'm going to pay somebody extra to do it. Or B, I'm going to do it myself. And that's part of, if you're working and you're a restaurant owner, you might have to go wash them dishes. You may have a full staff, but you may have to wash those dishes. You may have to get behind the grill. You may have to be the cashier one day. And that's what separates the ones that are going to make it to the next level from the other ones.
And then this is gonna be the last thing, but yesterday we were at House of Mac. Shout out to them.
Shout out to Big Teach, one of my mentors as well.
Yeah, but we were talking about the next generation, right? And talking about how it's important for us to always push that elevator back down. To always pass that baton, pass that connect. Of course, we're not going to give all the information to everybody or people that may not be ready to receive that information or be ready for those connections. But talk about how important it is to make sure you are in touch with that next generation so people can come up.
I think, that's very, very key. But I think you also as an individual have to position yourself where people feel comfortable wanting to give you that information.
Yeah.
Like they see you doing it, they see what you're doing, they're watching you from a distance, and they want to pass.
Yeah.
So maybe the past 6-7 years, I've been elevating in the local government political arena. Like my company has been steady climbing in the local government political arena.
Yeah.
So I set myself up from the way my company is structured. Online will be posts. The way I present myself, my dress code, the awards, being on different chambers of commerce. So by the time those political contracts, those RFPs are out, and make sure they're aware of my company and what we do.
Yeah.
So when those government contracts come, Lex Promotions. It's a no-brainer. So no matter what industry you're in, even if it's sports or whatever industries you're in, if you would like for the older heads or the seasoned people or the people in position to reach down and pass that baton and help you, you need to position yourself from all your social media, what you present on social media. If I want to be an architect or if I want to be a painter, I'm posting about my books about painting. I'm posting me learning about painting. I'm posting YouTube videos about painting. So somebody watching is like, this guy's serious about painting. He's serious about architect. I'm going to help him out. But when you look at your platform and you look at what you're doing, it's a little bit all over the world, then it makes it hard for someone. I'm not saying that you can't do 3-4 things. But it has to be easy for someone who's watching, who's not really too familiar with you, but just kind of sees you at a distance to know, all right, this is his vision, this is his goal. People saw my marketing as far as the music, then they saw my marketing as far as brands, now they see my marketing on the political side. And then they see my nonprofit. So it's easy to say, all right, I'm going to help him with his nonprofit. I'm going to help him with the political world. I'm going to help him with the brands. I got this new energy drink. I know he can help me out. Oh, I need to get to this celebrity. It's easy to see what I'm involved with. So you who is coming up, the next generation who's coming up, you want to present yourself and be easy. And the older generation or the seasoned ones, we have to look and see, all right, who's serious about it and pass that baton.
And another thing that you mentioned that I like is you said, you talked about Teach being a mentor. So I feel like we all should have, people that are above us, people that are next to us, and people that are under us that we're pulling up, because that's how you really exchange information. It's like, okay, I learned something from this person, and then I can pass it along here, because it's always important to network across the same way. I believe Issa Rae talked about the importance of networking across. So many times we try to only network up with people, but
you grow with your team. Like you look at his name is Kiko. Me and him used to ride in our mom's cars, pushing records, promoting records. And 1 week his mom's car, 1 week my mom's car. He's got this record, I got this record, and we grew up together. Now he's like VP of We the Best Music, DJ Khaled's record label. Like he's right there. So me and him were together when we were 17, 18. You look at DJ Mix, one of the biggest entertainment lawyers. He was my business partner on all my college parties. So we all grew up together. And you look at some other individuals that were at Atlantic or Def Jam when we started, and we all grew together. So that's reaching across. And that's what Steve Stout always mentions, and I always talk about it on my show as well, about how he said, as you elevate, your people elevate. Things that were 2 or 3 calls away, now as you elevate and your people elevate, and now it's 1 call away. So sitting right next to each other. Sitting right next to each other.
Exactly, man. Well, before I get you out of here, is there anything you want to shout out? Anybody, any project?
Definitely number one is shout out anybody who's been a part of the Lex Promotions and marketing team, from an intern to a paid employee, to a driver. All of you guys make the success of what Lex Promotions and Marketing Group is today. We're a phone call away. We're easy to reach. LexPromotions.com is the website. All social media platform, Lex Promotions, and we're definitely looking forward to working with brands that want to reach that 18 to 40 demographic, and want to push their brands and want that message to be organic. We got you covered.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you so much for being on the first episode
of 2021.
Look, I almost said 2020 3 or 4 times, but it is 2021. It's a new year, new beginnings. You know what I'm saying? Typically, I'm moving around. Man, it look good around here. I might be back to Circle House, man.
The Circle House Studios is definitely amazing. Thank you to Circle House. And funny thing is, like, you look at the history in Miami, like, I came to Circle House, and BB, who was just here, he reminded me, this is one of the first places that I met with Lil Wayne and Timbaland way back in when I was like 06.
Yeah.
But it goes to show you how, like, the longevity of business and doing good business is why we're able to just call and make a phone call. Everything's a phone call away, like you said. It's just about doing good business, no matter what industry you're in.
Yeah, man. Keep up the great work, man.
And thank you for having me on your show.
Absolutely, man. Look, we got to do this again at some point. But, we out. It's the Dessie Show. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at Dessie. And 2021 is going to be a big, big year. So I appreciate everybody for rocking with me. And we out.